In this video, we're transforming a simple weekly planner template into a fun and creative design. It's perfect for beginners or anyone who's used Canva before but wants to feel a bit more confident with it. As we go, I'll talk you through what's happening in Canva, and I'll also explain the design choices I'm making. It's all step by step, so you'll start to understand Canva more clearly, and you'll start to see your own designs with fresh eyes and inspiration. This video was originally part of a homeschool summit in early 2025. It makes a great project for kids, teens, or adults. Let's get going. When you click on the template link, it will open in your browser window and look something like this. When we click on the purple button that says Use Template for New Design, the template opens directly into our workspace. This is the editing workspace inside Canva. We are going to take a step backwards in a way. So from our editing workspace, we'll go to the top left to the three stripes, and we can see once we click that in the top left again, we have an icon to go to the home page. On the home page, we can see all of our recent designs that we've been working on. And right here at the top left is this template. By default, it adds copy of and then the name of the template. We are going to edit this name, and we can just click inside there, or you can click on the little pencil here to edit. Click inside and use my arrow keys to go to the left. Delete copy of, and instead I'm going to use caps here as well, master copy, and then a space and a hyphen, and just hit enter. So you can see here now, if I hover over that this one is now called Master Copy, All Ages Creative Academy Homeschool Organisers Template. So it keeps on spinning around like that because there's more than one page in the template. And this is going to be the copy that we always come back to start again if we want to create new designs with this same template. And now to edit it for this exercise, we are going to create a duplicate of this master copy. We do that by hovering over the template, and in the top right-hand corner are three dots. Every time we see that, we know that if we click on them, that we'll be able to get to a menu of some sort. We'll click on that menu and we'll choose Make a Copy. And we can see here now, it hasn't quite copied over the preview image yet, but this is copy of, master copy, etc., etc. And we can change that name here, or we can just open it up and change it inside the editing window. So let's do that. We'll click here to open this up. You get a large preview of the template, but you're still basically in the home page as well. So to open this into your editing window, we just click anywhere inside there. And now we can see down at the left, we have our editing options. The first thing we're going to do is come up here and change this to, I'd even just put 1 there. Okay, we have 3 pages to play with: our weekly planner, class schedule, and our chores chart. We're going to start with the weekly planner. Remember, in the beginning, we duplicated the entire template in the home page. Now we are going to duplicate each page as we edit it, so we always have the original version to come back to. It's always good to have that right here. We're hovering over that thumbnail. Remember, the thumbnail is a preview of the page that we have selected. I'm going to click on those 3 dots and duplicate page. So now we have 2 identical pages here. We're going to work on the copy. And we will start by clicking on the page. Whenever you have something selected, the toolbar shows up here and it gives you options to work with. In this case, it doesn't matter really which thing we have selected because this is always going to be here. See this word position. If we had that text selected, position would be here as well. I'm just going to click on the background to get that one again and click on position, because what we want is this panel on the left. It will either show you arrange or layers. We want the layers. This is how we can tell how this page or this design, currently the way it is put together. We can see by hovering over each layer that a corresponding bounding box, if you click on one, then it will stay selected. It will have its purple bounding box around the edge. I'm going to scroll down so that makes sense. I can see all the text, and down here we have the boxes. So I'm going to all the way down. I can see all of those, and at the very bottom is our background layer. We're going to group things together because while they're individual, it's easy to accidentally move things, and you may not notice it at the time. If you notice it, you can always go up here and use the undo arrow and put it back. But if you don't notice it, you can keep working and then realize that at some point you moved something, and sometimes it's hard to get it back in the right place. So let's group all of these boxes plus the text that lives inside them. And we can see all of the boxes are here. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and notes we want as well. But date is in here as well. I'm going to click on the date layer and drag it up so that it's above Saturday, and we can see that purple line on the left is showing us where that layer is going to go when I let go of the mouse. I'm doing that because I want all of these to be in a row. It just makes it easier to select them. But I want to have date and the line next to it. I'm going to drag that down so that it's next to date, and weekly planner. I'm happy to have those separate as they are along the top. So I'll click on Saturday and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, down to the last box. And I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard and then click on that bottom layer. So now we can see bounding boxes everywhere on all of the text inside the boxes and the boxes themselves. And in the layers panel, they are all purple because they're all selected. We can go to either the three dots here, so that will open up our menu, and we could choose group from here. Or we can see on our page that because we have all these things selected here, we get another little menu here, a mini toolbar, and group is there as well. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. We're going to click on group and watch what happens here in the layers panel. Click on group, and now all of these things are still here, but they're living on one single layer. So if you move it, all of those things will move together. Now I'm going to use my backwards arrow because I want it to go back into the correct place. But that's certainly making our layers panel much neater and easier to work with. Okay, let's think about things that we can add to the design. I'm going to click on the cross up here in the panel to close it up. Come over to the elements panel here and click on that. In the Elements panel, we have shapes, graphics, photos, videos, lots of things. Rather than scroll down to try and find the group of things that you want to work with, it's going to be easier to click in the top where it says Search Elements. And we will choose from here, Graphics. Now we have our graphics open. We're going to narrow that search down. I think we're going to use a dog theme for this page. There are some very cute dogs in Canva. And I'll hit return. Okay, super cute, lots of super cute ones. We are going to stay with free elements as we're working. There are lots here to choose from, and we don't need a pro account. If you have one, that's fine, but we're going to just avoid anything with one of those little gold crowns. Let me see, I think super cute. You click on an element here. When you see one that you like, look at that. I'm going to move it into the area that I want to try and put it, and using that corner handle, that purple corner handle, I'm going to make it smaller and sit it right there at the bottom. Let's get another one. I'm going to come over here and keep scrolling. Aha, this guy's really cute. So then click here. Here he is. It comes through big on the page. We're going to use that corner handle again to click and drag it and make him smaller. I might have him over here. And what about one more? Ah, I like this little one here. I'll click on him. There we go. And much smaller. Let's set him up the top there. And then just click away. So whenever I say click away, it just means that he was selected on the page. I'm going to click just onto a free space so that we don't have any of the elements selected. It's easier to see how your design's looking if you do that. Well, I think that's a really good start. It's already looking way better than it was without any of those pictures. I'll scroll up again and see what's here. I've used an element in here before that I really liked, and it was a pattern of dog paws, and I can't find it here at the moment. I think I'm going to try searching for dog paw pattern and hit return. Here we go, this is it. It's a free one, it doesn't have a crown, and I'm going to click on this. So it looks a bit weird, just bear with me. Let's have a look at what we can do here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit because this is feeling a little bit crowded as we're working here. I'm going to slide that to the left so that there's more space around the page. And I'll click and drag this up. It can go over the edge. It doesn't have to be right on the edge. It can go right near the edge. And then I'll drag this and make it big enough to cover the whole background. I'm looking at the edges to line it up. That looks okay. Stay with me. I know it still looks weird. Let's come back to position. And in our layers panel, we can see that it has come in right up here. Now, whatever is on the top, if it's overlapping with something, so this is overlapping everything on the page. If it's overlapping something, then it will be in front of it if it's above it in the layers panel. So we are going to click on that layer and drag it down until it is just above the background layer and watch what happens. We'll click and drag that down. You can see that purple line. I'm going to let go. It's not super easy to see, but you can notice that it is behind all of these things on the page now. But we're not finished yet. We are going to put a white background behind this area here, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to come back to elements. You don't have to close that up. I'm going to come back to elements, and we're going to get a shape. So I can see them right there, but just to practice using this way again, I'll click up and search elements and come down here to shapes. And we're going to use a rounded corner rectangle. That's nice curved corners. I'm going to click right there. And when you do that, it's going to bring up a random color. It doesn't matter what the color is. We're just going to click and drag the corners out so it's around the correct size. And it doesn't matter that it's in front of all of those things on the page, because we're going to come back to position. We can see here that it's come above all of these things, but see how weekly planner and date, we can still see those? That's because they're above this shape in the layers panel. If the shape was on top of everything, we couldn't see any of those things. The reason why we can see the pattern around the edge is because the shape is smaller than the entire page. So we're going to click on that shape and drag it all the way down. We don't want it to go underneath the pattern. We want it to be above the pattern. You can see what I'm going for now, but we are going to make this white. It's not that colors don't look good, it's just that when we're printing at home, I really don't like wasting ink. So whenever possible, we are going to work with white backgrounds. So with this shape selected, the toolbar is here and it's giving us options for the shape. We're going to click here, which is a color swatch, and it opens up the color panel on the left. And I can see a white swatch there. I'm going to click on that. And then I'll click away. So moving off the page so we can see what it looks like, and click away again. That's looking pretty good. I like that, it's cute. But I might add a border to that shape. I think that would help it stand out a bit more. Let's click on the shape to select it again. This is all still about the shape because that's what we have selected on the page. When we click on border style, you can see here that I've created these boxes here are basically shapes with a dotted edge. For this one, for this shape, we're going to give it just a plain line around the edge. We can change how thick that line is. For this, I'd like to just use 2 because I want it to be subtle. It just helps it stand out a little bit. And I'll click back on there to close that up. Click away to have a look. And that looks pretty good. Because we have black outline on this dog, we've got little black features here, and this dog has quite a lot of black in it. I don't think we need to change the color of the fonts or the boxes. Because we have this tying in with elements on our page, I think that looks fine. Excellent. Weekly planner is done.